The Shadows, Prologue, The Birth of the Unknown. The voice emerged from the shadows, heavy with age and burden, recounting truths long buried in blood and fear. It began in the bitter heart of winter, the year 1767. Snow fell heavily on the land, muffling the cries of terror that rose from the hills. A small village in Gévaudan was torn apart, its people hunted by something that defied reason. Women and children, snatched from their lives like dying embers, left behind only as grotesque warnings. At first, they whispered it was wolves. But wolves do not kill with such calculated malice. Rumors spread like a plague, whispering of a beast, a demon. Some called it the wrath of a vengeful spirit. Others claimed it was a curse upon the land itself. Among the survivors, those lucky or cursed enough to flee, a name was spoken in trembling tones. The ghost of Gévaudan. They said it was death given form, a shadow that burned red with eyes like blood. Wherever it struck, it left no doubt of its inhumanity. Livestock torn to pieces, homes desecrated, hunters vanished, leaving only shredded clothing in pools of darkened blood. Families disappeared into the night, leaving nothing but silence. Desperate to end the slaughter, the king summoned his greatest warriors, hunters, soldiers, mercenaries, men who had stared into the jaws of death and survived. Our orders were clear. Bring it down, no matter the cost. For days we tracked it into the heart of the forest, where the air hung thick with decay, and the snow beneath our boots was stained crimson. And then, it found us. It came in the dead of night, when even the stars seemed afraid to shine. What we faced was no animal, no earthly predator. It was something born of nightmares, its body cloaked in shadow, its eyes the only light, a searing, malevolent glow. It moved faster than logic could fathom, its strength shattering steel and bone alike. It did not kill for survival. It killed for the thrill of it. We fought with everything we had: blades, arrows, fire, fury. The ground turned red as it tore through us like wheat before a scythe. But by some cruel miracle or curse, we brought it down. As dawn broke, we stood among the dead. Our brothers lying still in the snow, the beast's black blood steaming in the cold air. We thought we had won. 3 days later, the killings began again. Worse this time. Villages burned to the ground. Children ripped from their beds. The truth became clear. The ghost of Gévaudan lived. The king, knowing brute force was not enough, summoned his priests, generals, and advisors. Together they devised a plan. They chose the best of us, those who had stared into the abyss and walked away alive. Soldiers became something else entirely. We were reforged, trained in secrets, and shaped into weapons. They called us Phantom. Our mission was clear: to move unseen, to hunt the darkness before it consumed the light. For years we waged a silent war, the last shield between humanity and the nightmares it refused to believe in. But shadows cannot escape the light forever, and now, as crimson eyes burn once more from the depths of the night, the fight begins again. Phantom must rise, for the battle was never over. It has only just begun. The Alpha awakens. Present day. 3 black stealth helicopters carved silently through the dark sky, racing toward the sprawling, dense forest below. The shadows swallowed them whole, and the rotor's hum dissolved into the heavy fog clinging to the treetops, almost as if the forest itself conspired to bury its secrets. Inside the lead helicopter, Nathan, the team leader, leaned forward, his voice a controlled growl into the comms. Satellite images, on screen, now. Helmet displays flickered to life, casting ghostly light across the soldiers' grim faces. The campsite was chaos, vehicles twisted and broken, tents reduced to ribbons, the earth strewn with blackened wreckage. It looked like a war zone. Why are we here? A rookie's voice crackled, thin and brittle. We're hunters, not soldiers. Nathan's second in command chuckled darkly, a sound void of humor. You don't know what's waiting down there, aspirant. His tone dropped, cold and final. Pray you never find out. Nathan's voice cut through the tension like a blade. Our objectives are clear. Rescue, assess, hunt. The team echoed in unison, voices steady, drilled into readiness. Rescue, assess, hunt. The rookie tried again, desperation seeping through. But what are we hunting? Haven't we seen enough of what they can do? Nathan didn't flinch. His words were ice. If it's what I think it is, you'll be lucky to leave alive. Do your job. The helicopters banged sharply as the sight loomed into view. Nathan barked. Final equipment check. Helmet cams, night vision, thermal scanners, weapons hot. The air in the cabin grew razor thin, compressed by the weight of readiness. Rifles were loaded. Scanners buzzed to life. Deploy MZOs, Nathan ordered. From the trailing choppers, small spherical devices dropped soundlessly. As they landed, faint green beams spread outward, crisscrossing like a luminous spiderweb. Nathan's wrist display lit up, clean readouts, perimeter scanned. He unhooked his line and met the team's waiting eyes. Let's move. Nathan landed hard, his boots grinding into gravel, stained black with something thicker than water. The air was heavy, damp, tainted. You're never this tense, murmured his second-in-command, landing beside him. Nathan's eyes swept the ground. Blood-soaked dirt streaked crimson in his light. If it's that thing again, he exhaled through gritted teeth. We're in serious trouble. The team fanned out, moving low and silent, their scanners slicing through the dark. But nothing could have prepared them. The campsite was carnage. Vehicles ripped open, doors torn clean off their hinges. Metal frames twisted like paper. Blood pooled across the earth, organs and entrails strewn with deliberate malice, like a predator had played with its prey. What the hell? A soldier whispered, his voice breaking. This isn't an attack. It's a goddamn bloodbath. Nathan knelt by the tracks, carved deep into the mud, impossibly large,